Interstellar Object 3 I/ATLAS has just hit Perihelion, its closest point to the Sun, and something astonishing is unfolding. Its new trajectory lines up almost exactly with the same direction it first entered our solar system from. Coincidence or design? Astronomers are baffled, and the implications could reshape how we understand interstellar motion. Let's dive right in. When astronomers first detected 3 I/ATLAS, it seemed like just another interstellar visitor, a frozen wanderer from beyond our solar system. But as it reached its perihelion, the point closest to the Sun, something happened that no one fully expected. Instead of drifting along a random outbound path, ATLAS began to align almost perfectly with the same direction it originally came from. It's as if the universe pressed rewind. That discovery changed everything. Because this wasn't just a visual alignment, it was mathematical. The orbital vector, the angle of approach, even the rate of precession matched its inbound route within an error margin so small it forced scientists to ask, is this coincidence or intent? The anomaly was first spotted on October 29th, the exact date of perihelion. Observatories from Hawaii, Chile, and Spain reported subtle variations in trajectory, not large enough to trigger alarm, but significant enough to break every model predicting its orbit. At 1.36 astronomical units from the Sun, 3 I/ATLAS briefly slowed its acceleration. In the world of orbital mechanics, that moment is crucial. That's where the Oberth effect peaks, the point at which a tiny amount of thrust can dramatically alter a trajectory by using gravity's own momentum. Natural objects don't do that. Comets outgas randomly. They don't time their energy release. Yet, ATLAS seemed to. Infrared readings showed rhythmic heat pulses, as if energy was being released in cycles, not bursts. To any astrophysicist, that's a red flag. Because in space, patterns mean purpose. A few hours after the data hit public networks, NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office quietly updated 3 I/ATLAS's status to high curiosity, low threat. Translation: they don't know what's happening, but it's not on a collision course with Earth. Still, that didn't calm the scientific community. Because the object's next significant event would happen soon, its closest approach to Earth on December 19th, followed by a planetary alignment so rare that it last occurred before the Industrial Revolution. Between January 6th and 10th, 2026, our solar system enters an extraordinary geometric configuration. Mars, Venus, Mercury, the Sun, Earth, and Jupiter all form a near-straight alignment along the ecliptic plane. And here's the part that sent astronomers reeling. 3 I/ATLAS will be there too, right along that same line, pointing directly back toward Sagittarius, the very region of space where it first appeared. Sagittarius isn't just any constellation. It's the direction of our galactic center, home to the supermassive black hole Sagittarius A star and the densest concentration of matter and energy in the Milky Way. It's also where the famous WOW signal of 1977 came from, a one-time burst of radio energy that no one has ever explained. Now, half a century later, an interstellar object from that same region is aligning with Earth, Jupiter, and the Sun in near-perfect symmetry. Coincidence or communication? When planetary alignments occur, gravity itself behaves differently. The pull of multiple worlds forms subtle tidal forces across the Sun's plasma field, influencing how solar flares, CME events, and magnetic waves propagate. This isn't science fiction. It's measurable. During the Carrington event of 1859, the most powerful solar storm ever recorded, the planets formed a semi-linear alignment. The result? Telegraph lines burst into flame, and auroras were seen as far south as the Caribbean. Now, as solar activity climbs toward its 2026 maximum, scientists can't ignore the timing. Another major alignment. Another interstellar visitor. Another opportunity for the universe to remind us who's really in control. The current models suggest that ATLAS's composition is unusually dense, not typical ice or rock. Spectral scans show high reflectivity mixed with traces of metallic signatures, nickel, iron, possibly something unknown. That means the object might be interacting with electromagnetic fields differently than a normal comet would. Some researchers propose that as solar wind intensifies near perihelion, ATLAS's structure could be charging, releasing controlled jets of gas or plasma that create the appearance of maneuvering. But that explanation only goes so far. Because its timing and its realignment toward its inbound vector still defy natural expectation. If it's simply reacting to sunlight, why does it repeat its pattern every few hours? Why is its thermal signature so stable, even under extreme solar radiation? These are the details that make even skeptics pause. Simulations from Sky Live and Solar System Scope show that 3I/ATLAS's outbound path passes dangerously close to Jupiter's orbit, just below the ecliptic plane. With only a fractional nudge, equivalent to a few centimeters per second of delta V, it could swing directly toward Jupiter's moons, Europa, Ganymede, or Callisto. To any advanced civilization, those moons are gold. Subsurface oceans, radiation protection, stable orbits, everything needed for a long-term observation post. No one's saying that's what's happening. But the math says it could. And when the math says possible, the conversation changes. We've seen strange alignments before. 1859 Carrington event, 1921 New York Railroad storm, 1972 the Navy satellite failure, 2012 a near miss that could have wiped out global communications. Every single one occurred during heightened solar activity and near-linear planetary geometry. Now, as 2026 approaches, the same geometry is forming again. But this time there's an interstellar wildcard inside the equation. Maybe that's coincidence. Maybe not. But if we've learned anything from cosmic history, it's that patterns rarely mean nothing. Let's zoom out. 3. I/ATLAS isn't just moving through space. It's participating in a choreography billions of years in the making. Every object, from dust grain to planet, responds to the same invisible forces: gravity, magnetism, radiation pressure. Yet somehow ATLAS is behaving as if it understands them, as if it knows when to act. That idea terrifies some scientists and fascinates others. Stefan Burns, an independent geophysicist who has tracked Atlas for months, put it bluntly. If Atlas performs even a minor reverse thrust event before Thanksgiving, we'll have to rewrite our assumptions about interstellar behavior. So far, no major thrust has been detected, but the micro-adjustments keep coming. It's as if the object is alive in the mechanical sense, responding, recalibrating, adapting. During the January 2026 alignment, the planets will form an invisible corridor of energy. From Mercury's proximity to the Sun, through Earth's magnetic field, all the way to Jupiter's massive magnetosphere. Atlas will be sitting right on that line, like a node in a circuit. Recent findings from ESA's solar orbiter suggest that these alignments can concentrate charged particle flow through the heliosphere. If Atlas has any conductive elements, and data implies it does, then it could act like an antenna, amplifying or redirecting plasma energy. That's not alien. That's physics. But it's the kind of physics that hints at design. Even if Atlas turns out to be completely natural, the story it tells is profound. It shows us that our solar system isn't static. It's a dynamic, interconnected field where timing, geometry, and resonance matter. Sagittarius, the point of origin, represents exploration and higher learning. Gemini, where Jupiter is heading, symbolizes technology and communication. So maybe this alignment is symbolic of something bigger. Humanity's transition into a new era of understanding, where science and meaning finally meet. We're beginning to see the universe not as chaos, but as pattern, not as random motion, but as message. As of now, the official data is clear. 3I/ATLAS is still on track to pass near Earth in mid-December, then drift toward Jupiter's orbit. But every day closer to the alignment, telescopes pick up small but measurable changes in spin rate, brightness, and emission spectra. Is it adjusting? Is it stabilizing? Or is it simply reacting to forces we don't yet understand? No one can say for sure, but everyone agrees on this. What happens between now and January 2026 will be one of the most closely monitored astronomical events in decades. Because for the first time in history, an interstellar object isn't just visiting, it's participating. That's the reality unfolding above us. Whether 3I/ATLAS is a natural wanderer or a messenger from elsewhere, its timing couldn't be more precise. As the planets prepare to align, as the sun builds toward peak activity, and as Earth stands perfectly within that line of cosmic geometry, the universe might just be showing us that everything, even chaos, has rhythm. So, what does all this mean? If 3I/ATLAS is simply a natural traveler, then we're witnessing one of the most beautiful cosmic coincidences in recorded history. A perfect alignment of planets, energy, and time. But if it's not natural, then this alignment might be part of something far greater. A message written across the stars, waiting for us to understand. Either way, the coming months will reveal more than just data. They'll test how ready humanity is to face the unknown, with science, reason, and curiosity as our only tools. What do you think, though? Is 3I/ATLAS just a rock, or something designed to move with purpose? Drop your thoughts below. I read every single comment, and if you want to stay ahead as this story unfolds, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for Galactic breaking news, where the universe speaks and we listen. Because the next update might change everything. Right now, 3I/ATLAS, a 5-kilometer interstellar giant, is being blasted by 770 watts per square meter of solar radiation at its closest point to the sun. Yet no telescope on Earth can see it. It's completely hidden behind our star. Is it breaking apart under the heat or doing something we weren't meant to witness? Every possibility raises bigger questions about what this object really is. Let's dive right in. Right now, behind the blinding fire of the sun, something extraordinary may be happening. The interstellar object, 3I/ATLAS,